What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video. And today we are going to be doing a video on the 2021 Mets season preview. We're going to give you all my thoughts and opinions on expectations that I have, and I'll give you my picks for around the league, and I will try to be an unbiased pick, I would say. But before we get started in the video, I just want to say Happy Easter to all those that celebrate. Happy Passover to all those that celebrate. And if I'm missing any other holidays, happy holidays to everyone. By the time you've seen this video, it's Easter week. So, happy holidays to you guys. Happy Easter, happy Passover. Have fun celebrating and have a good time and enjoy. Baseball season will be started by then. So, hopefully you guys see this video before the season starts, and so let's get right into this thing. So, the New York Mets, aka, you got my homemade jersey here, custom-made jersey here that I got a long time ago. But for me, I think the Mets are going to be pretty good this year. I expect them to win upwards towards 90 games, maybe 90 plus games. I do expect them to make the playoffs. We do have some injuries right now. Carlos Carrasco's out with a torn hamstring. And then we got Noah Syndergaard coming back from Tommy John surgery. I mean, I like Noah Syndergaard. Over the past few seasons that he's played, he just has not been that great. We're going to be getting for him, but he is a flamethrower, and hopefully maybe he starts to figure it out like he did back when he first came up. So, I do like the acquisition of Francisco Lindor. I am pretty hyped up about that. Still can't believe that they actually got a player of that caliber. I do want them to sign him long term, whether that's now before his opening day deadline or in the off season. I do expect him to get around a 10-year, $340 million ish type of contract. So I do expect the number would be really big. Something similar to what Francisco Tatis and Mookie Betts got. Somewhere in the middle, very similar to that range. Probably the number-wise, probably in the middle of that, like $340 million, which is, they make it sound like it's nothing, but that's a hell of a lot of money. But other than that, for the Mets, I do think they're going to be a lot better than last year. We do have Uncle Stevie as our owner now. Got Sandy Alderson back. Got a good, nice front office team behind us. So I think we're going to be going in the right direction for the Mets this year and in the beyond. So let's get on to my picks. So we'll start in the National League. The National League East, obviously, the Mets division. I am going to be choosing. I think I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves again. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Braves because they've won it I think the past 2 years they won the division, and I just think that they're a pretty stacked team. I do like the young core that they have. You got Albies, Acuna, you got Freddie Freeman, you got that shortstop, I think his name is Dansby Swanson. They got a really good young core, and I do expect the Braves to be on the top of the league, top of the division for many years to come. Moving on to the Central, I'm gonna go with the Cardinals. The Cardinals did make a big acquisition this year in getting Nolan Arenado. They do have Paul Goldschmidt on their team. I know the Cardinal fans have been pretty upset. I know they were upset in 2019 about lack of moves in the offseason, but I mean they got two big players since then. So I'm not sure if they still feel that way. I don't know any Cardinal fans, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. I do think the Milwaukee Brewers, I know they're trying to shed some payroll because of the pandemic. And then you got the Cubs, which also shedded a lot of payroll to San Diego with that big trade for the Japanese pitcher. His name is not in my head right now. I forget. I don't remember his name. Ryu. I know that's his last name. So, moving on to the West, I do know that the Padres have made that acquisition, but you got the Dodgers up there. They did get Trevor Bauer. I am a little bit happy that the Mets did not get Trevor Bauer. I do like Trevor Bauer. I just think the the field stuff is, I mean, as long as he performs, it doesn't matter what it is off the field, but I just feel like it could potentially be a distraction if he's not having a good season. But I do think Trevor Bauer is a good face and a good voice for the game because he's very active with fans on Twitter and on other social media platforms. So I'm going to go with the Dodgers, and they've won it like, 6-7 years in a row now, their division out in the West. So I'm going to go with that. So moving on to the American League. So for the American League, the East, I want to go with the Yankees because I don't see the Tampa Bay Rays doing it 2 years in a row. And I do know the Yankees had a slow start with the pandemic last year, and they did have some injuries. So I do see the Yankees winning the division again. I just don't see Tampa Bay doing it 2 years in a row. And now moving on to the AL Central, I'm going to go with... I don't know who I can see it going to either the White Sox or the Twins. The Twins have won, I think, the past 2 years in a row, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But I'm going to go with... You know what? I'm going to go with the White Sox. Be a little controversial. I'm going to go with the White Sox for winning the AL Central. I like what they're doing out there. I mean, they are on the old Met, as I'd say, the cheaper side of spending money on players, which is true. Like, I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's not. But I do like the young core. They got Jose Abreu, they got the young shortstop, and they got a bunch of other players. I do not remember their names because I just don't remember. But I do like the team. Even if they don't win the division, I do think they're going to be a solid team within the next 2 to 3 years. Oh, for the AL West, moving on to the AL West, I am going to be going with the Oakland A's. I think the Oakland A's, they do that Moneyball thing. They're good every single year. They got a solid young core. They got Matt Chapman at third base. They got other great players. Hopefully the Mets maybe can make a trade for him, maybe on the All-Star break or next offseason. But he is coming off a hip injury, so hopefully he bounces back and performs for the A's. But I do think that this is how I think the season's going to go, and this is how I think the picks are going to be. For the two wild card teams, I'm going to go with the Mets and the Padres. Padres being the home team, Mets being the away team. For the American League, I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Rays, and I'm going to go with the Twins. Tampa Bay being the home team, Twins being the away team. And then for the World Series, I got the Yankees playing the Dodgers, and I'm going to go with the Dodgers over the Yankees in the World Series this year. I think that's how it's going to be. I know they pick the Yankees and Dodgers every single year because they're the two top teams in the game. But I do think the rematch of the Yankees and Dodgers is going to happen. Last time they faced each other was back in the Brooklyn days, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comment section down below if I'm wrong. But I do think that's how the season is going to shape out. I do hope I'm wrong when it comes to the playoffs. I hope the Mets win the division. I hope the Mets win the World Series, but I just don't think they're quite there yet. I'm just kind of be as realistic as I possibly can, but as a biased perspective, I think the Mets are going to be solid this year. Tucker! So that pretty much wraps up my season prediction video. So if you like this video, please be sure to smash that like button. And if you want to see more videos like these, please consider subscribing. Alrighty guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!